More on this, Adam Hancock joins us now from Singapore. So, Adam, ASEAN leaders are meeting with other world leaders in Jakarta. What are the main topics of discussion there?
Well, I think the ongoing tensions in the South China Sea are going to be a big talking point, particularly in those talks between leaders from China and leaders from the ASEAN nations. The strategically important body of water has long been a bit of a pinch point in this region, really. Before this ASEAN summit, China released a new territorial map, and they seemed really to even expand some of the claims for territory in those waters. And it's of particular significance to a number of the ASEAN members, including Vietnam, Malaysia and the Philippines, who all stake their own claims to territory in the waters. And it's been a bit of a flashpoint recently. We had that incident with vessels from the Philippines and from China, and a Chinese Coast Guard vessel using a water cannon on the ship from the Philippines. So certainly some kind of progress needs to happen. There's been long talks between ASEAN and Chinese leaders about a code of conduct for the South China Sea, but so far there's been no real resolution. And elsewhere, as with many summits in this region, it's all about the power struggle between the United States and China. Both countries are trying to lobby favour with ASEAN members, try and gain support in this region. The United States have sent the Vice President Kamala Harris, whilst China have sent their Premier Li Jiang. A number of countries in the region are swaying one way, a number of countries in the region are swaying the other way. And this, again, is another opportunity for the two world superpowers to sit down with leaders from this nation and try and gain their support.
And the ongoing violence in Myanmar is another issue for ASEAN nations there. Are there any signs that they're making progress on that front?
Yeah, it's another real ongoing headache for ASEAN, that ongoing violence in Myanmar. They have decided that Myanmar will not chair ASEAN in 2026. So they do this on a rotational yearly basis. It goes through all of the members. Myanmar were going to take over ASEAN in 2 years for their turn, but they've decided that will not happen. Instead, it will be the Philippines. And leaders from Myanmar, the military generals who run the country, they are not allowed to attend ASEAN meetings. So it's not exactly huge progress. And this is a major criticism of the ASEAN alliance, really, because for a while now, they've not really been able to make any big inroads into finding a solution for peace in Myanmar. They put together a 5-point peace plan back in 2001 when the military leaders took over, but they've been criticised because they've been very slow to implement any of those measures, really. Now, there was a statement released last night from the ASEAN nations, and it was a little bit more strongly worded than we are used to. So perhaps a sign that they are now starting to work together to try and find a solution. But today, Myanmar's leaders have hit back and said that they think this is unfair. They say, they're not having a seat at the table. They're not allowed to put forward their point of view, and ASEAN is biased against them. So no real signs of progress. But I think amongst individual ASEAN members, there's a bit of agitation now that things need to start being done, because this is a major issue on their patch. And if they want to get international recognition as an important bloc of countries, they've got to start finding solutions.
Adam, thank you.